they wishing, they wishing, they wishing, they wishing, they wishing on me. Yeah. I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you...
Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about being alone and self-love. One of the most important things in life is learning to be alone. I get a lot of girls that ask me why I'm always alone and if I like it, and how do I get to that? How did I get to me enjoying my own company? And I went through something. I definitely went through something. I had a really bad breakup a couple years ago, and the way that I was able to get through that was being alone. A lot of the times when you're surrounded by other people all the time, you don't get a chance to really find yourself. You don't really get a chance to get to know yourself. You don't really get a chance to get over the situation because you have other people distracting you. You have other people helping you to keep your mind off of it. And some of the best things in life, some of the best ways that you're going to get through things in life is by being alone and reflecting on it. You have to face a situation. You can't dust something under the rug and think, oh, well, it's done, it's over with. You can't, in a breakup situation, you can't expect another man to help you get over your ex, or even a man for a woman. That's just not how it works. You healing is something that you have to do on the inside and by yourself. And through doing that, you are able to grow. So I definitely had to isolate myself in order for that. I mean, that was the way that I was able to get through my situation. It was by isolating myself. And now it was fine then, because I don't think I would have gotten through that situation any other way. But now I catch myself going into solitary confinement, is what I like to call it, whenever I'm going through something, and that's not really healthy. I don't want to be like that my whole life. But that's where I find comfort. I find comfort isolating myself and not being surrounded by a bunch of people, and it definitely comes back to bite me sometimes, because what person wants to be friends with someone who doesn't want to go out all the time, who doesn't want to be bothered, who doesn't want to hold a conversation with you or tell you what is going on with them? I guess I learned to just keep my stuff to myself. And I don't want to say that, like, I keep things bottled up, because I just feel like I kind of reflect on them myself. I don't want to say I talk to myself either, but, you know, no, I'm just kidding. No, but I definitely analyze everything that I go through. Sometimes too much. I sometimes overanalyze things, which is a little bad, but we won't talk about that right now. So you have to learn to enjoy your own company, and that's not something you can just like do, you know what I mean? You have to grow into that, and you have to learn to love your own company and being alone. And when I say alone, I don't mean like right before you're about to go to bed or when you wake up in the morning. I mean like you take time out in a day to be by yourself and reflect on the things that you're going through alone and without the opinion of others. You can't always depend and rely on another person for answers, because they may not always be around to give you those answers that you need. You definitely need to learn how to handle things on your own, so that way you can use it for the long run, you know, so that way whenever you are going through something, you know, all right, here, I gotta sit down, I gotta think about it. If it takes you writing it down and weighing out your outcomes, then you need to do that. or your situations or your possibilities or whatever the case may be from that particular thing that you're going through. That's how I get through it. I wouldn't say that I write it down, but I definitely sit down and try to look at things all around, not just with tunnel vision. You know, you can't go through life only looking at things one way, because that's not how life works, you know. And you have to be open-minded. You have to be able to open your mind to many views on one situation, because your view isn't always going to be the right view. And as hard as that is to come to terms with, it's reality. So, P.S. sorry about the music at the end of that. My little brother's a little rude and he thinks it's cute to play music, which he's doing again. So, oh, he's so rude. A lot of people think that I'm conceited because I lost all this weight, which I, for those who don't know, lost 50 pounds since August of 2016. Yes, 2016. No, I'm very confident. Confident, yes. I'm confident as fuck. I'll be the first one to say it. Like, that's essential. If you don't love yourself and you aren't confident about yourself, like, I'm sorry, but that's your problem, not mine. So I'm definitely not conceited, but what I gained spiritually, emotionally, mentally is far more than what I lost physically. Being in this fit life is amazing, because you have to really train your mind, not only to obviously watch what you eat, to get yourself to work out, to actually enjoy these things. You have to cut out a lot of bad things. You have to, in order to really focus and concentrate on what you really want, you have to kind of get rid of those things that don't really go along with this lifestyle, you know. So me, in doing that, I had to let go of a lot of bad influences, such as people, things, a lot of things. And me doing that was so beneficial to myself, because I actually focused on myself for once. I had been in a relationship for 2 years that I focused on nothing, not my family, not myself, besides my education, nothing except for him. And after that was all said and done, I kind of stood there lost, like, what am I gonna do now? Like, what do I, like, I felt like I didn't even know myself. I felt like I got reintroduced to myself after that situation. I had to learn how to love myself, because clearly fuckboy wasn't gonna love me. Like, I couldn't in my head go on any longer thinking that a man is what brought me happiness. And I guess that's what I used to think that. Like, I honestly, genuinely used to think that a man was going to make me happy, that my life didn't start or didn't have meaning or purpose until I met a man. And that is so wrong. That is completely wrong. You do not think, don't think that. If you think that, I'm sorry, don't think that anymore. Don't do that to yourself, because that's not true. The moment that you start loving yourself, you'll realize that a man, a friend, anything, anybody, money, everything does not bring you happiness. You bring yourself happiness. And then from there, everything else follows. Don't ever think that a man is the reason that you're happy. Like, I feel like nowadays people think, like, if I'm not married, if I don't have a boyfriend, if I don't have kids by a certain age, that you're doing something wrong. And that's, what? Like, no, that is completely wrong. You do, first of all, there's no race. There's absolutely no race, like, at all. Who are you in competition with? Like, who is the person out there saying, you're bad because this is this, and you're bad because you don't do this, and you haven't done this, and you're not married, and you don't have a man? I don't have a man. I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm fit, like, I'm beautiful, and I don't have a man. And part of that is because I don't play games. Like, I don't fall for those stupid love triangle games, and I'm just not. I'm the wrong one. Like, skirt. And I think everybody knows that by now, because I don't really get a lot of people even trying anymore, which is cool, because I'm gonna say no anyways. Right now, I'm not in like in a stage in my life where that is a priority, because I'm focusing on myself. I'm focusing on myself. I want to be the best woman, the best version of myself, which obviously will never, ever, ever, ever stop, because you should always, always, always be working towards that in life. Being a better person, always. I'm going to be a better person tomorrow than I was today. Hello. So, yeah, if I'm not the best that I can be, how can I expect my kids to be the best that they can be? You know, I don't want my kids growing up looking at a celebrity or someone famous as their role model. I want to be their role model. I want them to grow up saying, I want to be just like my mom. I want to be just like my mom. Look at what my mom did. My mom did this. My mom did that. My mom did blah, blah, blah. I want to be their role model. I want to be the one that they look up to. I want to be the one that they brag about to their friends and tell them, hey, I want to be just like my mom. My mom did this. My mom's this. My mom's that. Because that's what I did as a child. I didn't idolize any famous person, any celebrity, any rich whatever. I idolized my dad. My dad's a car salesman, and no, I don't think I want to be a car salesman, but the person that my father is, I always, always, always wanted to be that way. And there's qualities of my mother that I wanted to be like my mom, you know, but I guess I just didn't want to be a housewife. You know, I wanted to be the breadwinner like my dad. I wanted to be the one that went out and worked for our family, and that'll never change. That's what I want to be for my family, you know. And obviously, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to take care of my husband, because my husband better be out there bringing home the bacon too, you know. But in a relationship, I feel like it's 100-100, not 50-50. Like, you bring everything. You both bring everything to the table. I can't expect to be sent a man that's this perfect person that's going to provide and that's going to do all these things if I'm not willing to do the exact same. And I'm a firm believer that what you want is what you have to be. You have to be that. If that's what I want, that's who I have to be for that person also. Make sure that you love yourself. Always love yourself. That's one of the most important things and best gifts that you can give yourself is self-love. You'll never find another love like self-love. And the moment that you begin to love yourself more than you love the idea of other people loving you, your life will get so much better. So much better. And that's something that you have to work on. It's something that you have to get comfortable with, you know, because I know it sounds easy, but it's not. It's not that easy. You know, when you decide to choose yourself over a lot of things, some people look at that as being selfish. Some people don't know how to put themselves before other people, and you have to take care of yourself before you could take care of anybody else, or think that, you know, just love yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Always and every day, tell yourself that you love yourself. Look in the mirror and tell yourself how beautiful you are. Lift yourself up. Talk yourself up. Be your own best friend. That's extremely important. I cannot stress that enough. Thank you guys for watching. I will be posting more videos like this. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video if there's anything else you'd like to talk about. I'm, you know, that's my little Nikki signature dance apparently, so we're doing that.